Hello, my dear children. Today we are going to learn a new chapter. Chapter name is Physical and Chemical Changes. Every day we come across many changes in our surroundings, right? These changes may involve one or more substances. We will take some of the examples from our daily life. When you dissolve sugar in water, making sugar solution is a change. Similarly, setting curd from milk is a change. Sometimes milk becomes sour. Souring of milk is also a change. Stretched rubber band is also represents a change. So these are some of the changes which we see in our daily life. You can get many examples related to the topic. So based on the changes around us, we can divide them into two: physical change and chemical change. I repeat, changes around us can be divided into two: physical changes and chemical changes. Physical changes. It's a change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties. Properties includes shape, size, color, and state of a substance. State indicates the different states of matter, that is solid, liquid, or gaseous state. Here is the examples for physical changes. One is blowing a balloon. Second one, cutting a paper. See children, these are just the examples which I have given, but you can connect it with our daily life examples. Okay, so here you can see blowing a balloon. We can easily blow a balloon and we can again get back the balloon. Once the air has gone, we can get the balloon again. Cutting of paper. Once you cut the paper, when you assign it in the proper places, we are able to get it back. Again, when you fold a paper, you are able to get back the original shape. So here, physical change, it is the change which occur physically. That means here there is no new substance is formed. It is known as a reversible process. That means we are able to get back the substance. Another example is ice and water. When you boil ice, we can get water. Again, water when you freeze it. That means when you cool it, you get ice. So this we can consider as a physical change. Next one is chemical changes. Chemical changes are commonly known as irreversible changes. That is, they are the permanent changes. Once the substance has changed to another substance, we are unable to get back. That means once the substance has produced the substances, we are unable to get back the original substance. For example, bursting a balloon. Are we able to get the balloon back? No. So, chemical changes are known as irreversible changes. And in this, the specialty is new substances are formed. Another examples you can see: rusting of iron, burning of a paper. We are familiar with the process rusting of iron. When iron article exposed to air, it combines with oxygen and water vapor present in the air and forms a brown color coating on top of iron articles. Normally we call them as rust, and the process is known as rusting of iron. In this you can see we are unable to get back the substances. Here rust is a new substance formed. So chemical changes are also known as irreversible changes. Next one is burning of magnesium in air. Magnesium is a metal. When magnesium burns in air, it combines with oxygen present in air. It burns with a white color flame and produces a powdery ash, that is magnesium oxide. Magnesium combined with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide, that is the powdery ash, when dissolved in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide. It completely dissolves in water and forms magnesium hydroxide. So here you can see these are the two new substances formed in this reaction, that is magnesium oxide and magnesium hydroxide. Reaction of iron with copper sulfate solution. This is also an example for a chemical change. Here the color of copper sulfate solution is blue, that you can see in the first picture. When we dip an iron nail in copper sulfate solution, what are the changes we can notice? We know iron and copper are metals, but here copper combined with sulfate to form copper sulfate. So that is a blue color solution. When we dip an iron nail in copper sulfate solution gradually fades away and turns to pale green in color. Do you know why? Here, iron is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from its solution and it forms iron sulfate or ferrous sulfate. The color of ferrous sulfate solution is pale green. That is what you can see in the second picture. And on top of the iron nail, you can see a brown color coating, that is a reddish brown coating, indicating the presence of copper. So this reaction, normally we call it as a displacement reaction. The more reactive metal displaces the least reactive metal from its solution. In this case, iron is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from its solution. So the blue color of the solution gradually fades away and formed a pale colored solution, and the pale green color indicates the presence of iron sulfate or ferrous sulfate. So these are the examples for chemical changes. Today we learn what is a physical change and a chemical change. I hope you understand. Thank you.